Hey guys, Daniel Duncan here with Daniel Duncan Creations. Today, I wanted to make a video talking about God and why you should have God in your life. So, start off the video. For me personally, the past couple days have been a bit difficult, to say the least. I have been on a very interesting journey recently where, well, for one, if you guys see my other videos, you guys know I'm on semen retention. And I've been on and off on semen retention for the past year, 2 years, here and there. But I'm back on it now, and I plan to stay on it for quite some time. I'm really integrating into my energy and kind of tapping into God more. Your just mentality changes while you're on retention. But I wanted to talk about the key importance of having God in your life. Because recently I've been having some difficult emotions come up, and that's normal. Our society tells us that we shouldn't, have feelings as guys, and that we should just hold it in, but it's not that way. We're human beings too. And I realize that I'm holding on to things from my past traumas, experiences, things with my ex. I haven't fully let go of those things, and it keeps coming up. And today I started asking God, I'm like, I had a good week last week. Why all of a sudden am I feeling these emotions? Why am I feeling this way? And there were some things that happened, I guess, that triggered me, and I sat down and meditated, and in kind of prayer I was praying too. And I feel like it's very important to, especially you're on semen retention, you're on the path of spirituality, it's important to pray to God. Whatever you want to call it, God, the universe, creator, it doesn't matter. It's really all the same at the end of the day. It doesn't matter what you choose to call it, if that's Jesus for you or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But I started to ask these questions and pray, and I got some answers that I've been holding certain feelings in, penting them up, and those things, experiences that happened to me, they were triggers, and they triggered those parts of me, and so I was able to kind of sit with that for a little bit and work on releasing some of that. There's still more that comes up, and obviously more that I need to release, but I was kind of, I kind of wanted to make this video in regard to that, because everyone goes through problems, everyone goes through pain. Emotionally, they got problems going on in their life, right? I'm sure you guys all do. And I just wanted to say, if you guys are on this path of spirituality, that it's important to have God in your life, to have a prayer practice every day, to try and meditate every day too, as I try to incorporate in my daily routine, to have gratitude. I'm not perfect with it, but I'm trying to get into the habit of every time before a meal, I give thanks and gratitude and bless the food, bless the water, because it's important to show gratitude. We take food for granted, the things that we have, the food that we have abundance, that we have in abundance. And that's the other thing. From time to time I fast, and when you fast, you really realize how you know, it's a blessing to have food and to eat food. So I suggest fasting too. That's a different video, which I actually do have a video on fasting. I'll be making more videos, but have God in your life. Pray. It's important to pray, because when you're going through hardships, hard pains, you're going through a difficult time, God will always be there for you. He's always there. He's always listening. You just gotta sit down and really, really reach out with all your heart and pray and ask for help. Ask for guidance. And I promise you, if you pray and you reach out to him sincerely, he will give you signs. He will show you things. He does, like he's shown me countless of times. And I'm not saying things are going to be easy, but he will be there to help you along the way, to show you the path. Another thing for me is recently I've been on, I stopped drinking alcohol, and that's another thing. When you drink alcohol, it puts you in a lower vibrational state. It affects your vibrational state, and it lowers you, and you're less in tune with God, with yourself, with your emotions, with your feelings, and with divine consciousness. It really does tap you out, especially when you're drinking a lot, but even just a little, and you do it frequently, even a couple times a week, it puts you in a lower energy state, and it's so hard to combat. Trust me. I've been drinking since I was very young, like 15, 16, I think even a bit younger. Throw it with high school buddies, and then all the way up. I'm 23 right now, and there's like no safe amount, especially if you're on the spiritual journey. I found it's better to not have it in your life. It affects you no matter what, especially energetically, and I really feel that. But being sober now, I think I'm about 36 days sober from alcohol, and I definitely feel my emotions coming up more. Like, my emotions come up more intensely, whether they're positive but also negative. Well, I shouldn't say negative. Hard feelings, things that I have to deal with, traumas, pains. We all have them, and you feel them more vividly. But I've also been able to work through them more clearly, kind of have a better idea and work through it better. All of this is to say that if you're on this spiritual journey, like I am, it's really important to have God in your life, to pray, to meditate daily. If you pray to God and you're on the semen retention, you're sober, you're not always having sex with girls and just wasting your seed and just, fornicating, God will be with you. He will be there for you. He will see you putting in the work, and he will be there with you, as he has been there for me all this time in my life, and even now, even through these hardships that I go through emotionally and physically. Well, emotionally, mentally, not physically. But just wanted to say, guys, if you're going through a hard time, know that you can pray to God and He will reach out. You may not see things obviously directly, you're not gonna hear Him in your head or whatever, but there will be signs. Like literally, I've experienced it the next day. There's like this thing presents itself and it's obviously a sign. I can't think of one right now, but He will be there to help you, to lighten the load, and He will show you. So it's important to pray every day. And even when things aren't tough, that's the other thing. People mostly pray to God or the universe when things are hard and things are tough. But it's important to pray every day, even when things are going great, to show your gratitude, to be thankful. And that's another thing I've tried to also implement in my life. I've had days, within these past 2 weeks even, I've had several days where I'm very happy. I feel very free. I was on cloud 9, happy, meditating, gave gratitude before my food, and give thanks to God. And you just show appreciation. But even when times are tough, I guess all the times really, it's important to pray and to make it a habit. And if you really want to, develop in your spirituality, I feel like it's very important to pray, because things can get difficult. And when you ask God for help, you ask God for assistance in your difficult times, He will help you. He will be there. He will answer you. Alright, guys. I hope you guys like this video. I'll be making more videos about specifically meditating, fasting, talking with God, semen retention. Semen retention, that's a whole other thing that I'll get into on another video. But guys, reminder, meditate and definitely pray every day. These are key aspects to your development in your spirituality and on your path. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.